Hey YouTube. So first, I just want to let you guys know before we start this video that in this video, I'm editing it and I realized that my hair is standing up. I don't know at what point in the video my hair just randomly decided to stand straight up. I don't know why. I mean, really, who cares, right? My hair is just atrocious right now. I'm going to go visit John's barbershop on 6th Ave in Tacoma very soon and get my hair cut. In fact, I'm actually going to do it tomorrow because I have to fly to New York on Thursday. But anyways, I hope that the enormous strength in my hair follicles do not bother you while watching this video. Please try to look away, but I'm sure that me drawing attention to it will just make it that much harder to look away, and you'll probably be focused on that while I'm talking. Anyways, Supreme, why are you doing this to me? Why are you choosing to drop everything that I need now? This week is gonna be hectic. What up YouTube, welcome to Slide and welcome to yet another video. So today we are going to go over this week's drop list. Now this is not the entire drop list. The entire drop list has not come out yet. However, we are patiently waiting for Drops by Jay to release the drop list. If for whatever reason he does so at a reasonable time, then of course I will update you guys. If not, make sure you follow me on Instagram and I will go over the drop list with you guys once I get it. That is of course if you want to hear my opinion. However, you can go to Drops by Jay for yourself and see it there as well. This is just me discussing my opinions of this week's drop. I don't know why I'm talking with my hands so much, but anyways, let me pick up my phone so I don't do that. Anyways, looking at this drop, my overall opinion of it, I think it's a good drop. There's a lot of, like, mediocre stuff, a lot of mediocrity. However, there are quite a few pretty hyped items that a lot of people have been waiting on. And in fact, I feel like the majority of items that people have been waiting on are dropping this week, which means the accessories next week are going to be kind of lacking, which I'll discuss at the end of the video. Of course, as always, make sure you follow my Instagram. Hopefully, I'll be able to acquire that sled right there and take some hype beast photos of me sledding down a mountain. I actually have some pretty sick photos. I just went hiking through the snow today. I got some sick pictures of the Supreme Stone Island and the Supreme North Face, which I will be doing an unboxing for and showing those off very shortly. So make sure you follow my Instagram. My Instagram is at the Starlight that we see on the screen and in the description below. Change your life. Go follow me right now. Anyways, so as I said, they're dropping the Supreme Sled this week. This is one of the more hyped items of the season. I do not think it will sell out first. However, it's basic, right? It's just a Supreme Sled. I mean, really, if you use the sled, you're gonna be covering up the logo anyway, so I really don't know why you would actually buy this unless you're just trying to flex, which is totally okay. I mean, to be honest, if I acquired it, I would use it, but I'd still flex in it. I mean, you know, be real. I'm kind of curious to see what the retail is on that. I know that shipping that is definitely more than $10, so it doesn't make sense that it would be a super cheap retail. However, it doesn't make sense to be super expensive because at the end of the day, it's just a sled. But I guess it also kind of depends on how big it is, which I'm kind of curious about. And, yeah, I don't know. Overall, I will probably try to acquire that, but I'm not going for that first. The first item I'm going for is probably the highlighter of this week, which is going to be the Supreme Fender Stratocaster. I think one could argue that the Fender Stratocaster is probably one of the, like, most known or most notable guitars. It's a pretty insane piece. I don't really think it's actually that dope. Really, you have the guitar strap that just says Supreme going all the way around it, and then it's all white, and then it has a box logo. I don't think it's anything special, but I understand why so many people are going to go for that, and that will be the first piece that I'm going for as well. Now, this is going to be a piece that's going to go fairly quickly. However, I say that because a lot of people predict that this is going to be kind of like the mini bike, where it's going to be really hard to get and it's going to sell out super fast. But that does depend on a lot of factors. That depends on how many they made, and also it depends on the price tag, right? The mini bike, they didn't make a lot of them, and the price tag was pretty steep. This, I imagine the price tag will be pretty steep, and I don't know how many they will make, but I'm hoping that they make enough, and I'm hoping the sellout times aren't nearly as brutal as the mini bike. I think the mini bike was... I still think the mini bike was like 8 seconds though, so I think it was either 6 or 8 seconds. Don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure it was one of those. Fun fact, I actually used to try to play guitar. I tried learning guitar, and it just never clicked with me. I remember I used to want to get a BC Rich Warlock. I think that's the sickest looking guitar, and I would have loved to see Supreme do something like that. However, of course they're gonna do a Fender Stratocaster. It's Supreme. I mean, that's like the guitar. But to be honest, I'd be acquiring to resell it. And basically, I would just keep it on ice for like, I don't know, a year, 2 years, 3 years, and then sell it later on once the price goes up. The other piece they are dropping that's going to be pretty hyped and going to be pretty hard to get are the Box Logo Beanies. Now, I believe this is the first time that they actually did Box Logo Beanies that actually match the box logos that dropped, and that that in itself is going to be a pretty big deal. I mean, these things are going to sell out stupid quick. To be honest, a part of me is thinking that maybe I should just go for the beanie and not even worry about the Fender. I feel like going for the Fender, I kind of risk taking an L and then not getting anything, and then going for the beanie, there's just less of that risk. But I'm going to determine all of that once I see the EU sellout times, which I usually check Thursday morning. Now, the rest of the stuff they're dropping this week, it's nothing crazy. I would say we got 2 tees dropping. We got the Christmas tee, which is absolute trash. I've seen a couple people try to defend this tee, but I think most people are in agreement. I think the core is out. This tee is absolutely garbage. I'm just not a fan of this tee at all. I liked last year's tee a little bit better. I still wasn't a huge fan, but I can say, like, looking at it from what it is and just looking at it as a Christmas tee, I think last season was way harder than this one. This one is just, I don't know, I'm just extremely disappointed. Then you also have the Chainsaw Massacre tee. I think this tee is pretty decent, and this will be a tee that I will be going for. That does kind of depend on the price tag, since there's nothing else that I really want to get like with it. I mean, maybe a Supreme headband, you know, maybe like a little Supreme holiday headband, but I won't even have this by Christmas, so it's like, I don't know, I'm going to leave for New York on Thursday. I won't have this for Christmas, but maybe I'll just put it on ice and sell it next Christmas, or maybe wear it next Christmas. I don't know yet. Speaking of the Supreme headbands, they are coming in some Christmas colorways. I really don't even know why Supreme's dropping them, because, I mean, knowing Supreme, they might not even ship these out by Christmas. I mean, I'm sure they will, but it's possible that the Supreme shipments could get held up and people won't even have these until the holidays are over. Like, Supreme takes forever to ship sometimes, which is ridiculous because they do charge $10 shipping. The only plus side is that $10 is usually a pretty flat rate regardless of how much stuff you buy, so I guess that kind of makes sense. Usually the only time you really see that price fluctuate is for things like the punching bag, and I think the mini bike was also over, I think those were like $50 shipping, I'm not sure. Actually, it might have been even more than that. It might have been like $100 or $200 shipping. I don't remember, but anyways. Now, getting into some of the other clothing items we have dropping this week, you have the down jacket. And as you can see, it says Supreme down the sleeve. You got this in a black, orange, and this like Indian, like Navajo style print. The Navajo one might go, but overall, I'm not really worried about any of these. I don't really care for any of these jackets. A lot of the jackets they've dropped this season have been a lot better, so I'm sleeping on these. I'm not worried about these at all. They will be a little bit more expensive because they are down jackets, and I'm sure that they will still sell out regardless. So if you do want to acquire one, I would definitely get it. Now, some other tops they are dropping the Gons zip-up hoodie, and they are dropping the crew neck. It's got these like horizontal stripes. I really don't know if any of these will sell like super fast. Personally, I kind of like that brown with the Carolina blue. Obviously, some people are going to like the Gucci colorway. I think the Gucci colorway would be kind of fire to have with the Air Max 97 Gucci colorway, since it's like black, red, and green. That would be kind of a fire fit, and low-key, now I kind of want to acquire that. That being said, those pieces are going to be dead when it comes to resale, so I'm not quite sure. I'll probably just pass on it. We also have 2 hats, and then we have some pins dropping. First of all, the pins. I am so surprised to finally see these pins dropping. These actually dropped as an in-store exclusive like one of the first weeks. I don't remember which week exactly. It was like 2 or 3. And I copped so many of these because I think these pins are sick. It's the little dagger, and you saw this dagger print on some pants and a long sleeve earlier in the season, and now they're dropping a little accessory or a little pin that has that dagger. Like I said, originally that was an in-store exclusive. I'm kind of curious to see if they will restock the stores with this pin, but regardless, I think that's super dope that they're finally dropping it, and I might try to acquire one or cart one with the t-shirt. The hats, as usual, are extremely lackluster. These first hats, I don't know what these are. It looks kind of like maybe like ruffle, some kind of ruffled pattern on them. And then the other ones has like a band around it, and the band actually goes into the strap. Now, I think this could actually be a really sick idea. I just don't really like that band, and I think they could have done something a little bit, I don't know, they could have changed it up a little bit, or maybe done something a little bit different. But overall, I think that's a cool idea. It almost reminds me of the Gucci headband baseball hat that has that big headband that says Gucci. However, I think this would have been cool if they would have branded it with Supreme or something like that. It would have been a little bit more subtle, still branded, still flex piece, you know, still whatever, you can flex in it. And then on the back, instead of saying Supreme, maybe just have like world famous or fuck the world or something like that. I think that would have been a lot sicker in my opinion. Or maybe even backwards, right? Just have the band say like world famous all around it or fuck the world all around it, and then have the Supreme on the back. I don't know. Something like that I think would have been a little bit cooler. However, that's not what they did, and I just think what they did was kind of weak. As you can see, they're dropping the majority of the dope accessories this week. Like, I'm just confused because really, we know the accessories next week are going to include, well, sorry, assuming that there's only 1 week left. There might be 2 weeks, but I'm pretty sure there's only 1 week left. Anyways, that means the accessories we have left, we have the little cash, like, paperweight, right? The paperweight. And then we have the chair. Both those things are going to be stupid expensive. The cash paperweight, by what I've heard, the rumors are speculating that those are real $100 bills in there, which means they will sell it, obviously, for several $100s. And then you have the jacket that has that fuck print all over it, like, kind of like the fuck jacquard puffy jacket. However, it's a chair made by the same company, I forget the company's name, I think it's like a Swiss company that made some stools last season. And looking at some of the price tags, I think I said in the season preview that if it was like $800, $900, I'd cop it. However, a lot of people inform me that if you look at how much it actually costs, without it being Supreme and without that print, it's like $3,000 to $5,000. So that's kind of what I'm expecting to see here. That being said, if you're a shop owner, bro, you need this piece in your shop. Like, I borderline need it in my apartment, and I don't even have anywhere to put it. I just think this chair is sick. Definitely a little bit more worth it than the stools last season, in my personal opinion. However, I don't know. I guess I could kind of see the use for the stools in a shop a little bit more. I don't know, man. I just think that chair is so dope, and I really wish I could justify copying it, but like I said, I cannot justify spending that much money on a chair. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it from the top and bottom of my heart. Like I said earlier, make sure you go follow me on Instagram. My Instagram's at the Starlight. There'll be somewhere on the screen and in the description below. I will be posting a ton of pictures this winter, and on top of that, I'm going to New York tomorrow, so we'll be posting tons of pictures from New York, Boston, Rhode Island, just tons of photos coming, so definitely follow me on Instagram. Thank you to everyone that does follow me. I hit 150K. I'm still so freaking shocked that my Instagram has blown up that much. Like, literally, last year, this time last year, I was at like 25K, and I've grown over 125,000 in a year. That's insane. So thank you so much for your support. Like, it seriously means the world. So yeah, anyways, like I said, I appreciate you watching, and as always, keep living the star life.